Are you people recording? Sorry, guys. We're on our conversation back. Welcome, guys, and welcome back to our conversation. My name is David, and with me I've got Ansom and Kingsley. Hi, Ansom.
Hello, David.
Hello, guys.
Okay, thank you for coming on the show today, Kingsley. So today is raw couch conversations and confessions. So basically, what we're trying to do is we've had people to send in series of questions, scenarios they found themselves, or they know someone that is in that scenario. And I've got about 5 different scenarios here that I want us to address. And these ones are quite shocking out of all the ones we received. So, number 1, are you guys ready?
Rolling drum. Go. Let's go.
My wife is pregnant for my best friend.
You say?
My wife is pregnant for my best friend.
When? How?
I don't mean my own wife. I'm not talking about my own wife. So this is someone's situation.
Okay.
My wife is pregnant for my best friend, and I'm not sure of what to do and how to address this. I really love her so much, and we've been through a lot together.
Oh.
What do you think I should do?
Wahala.
Straight up, guy, leave. Sorry.
Yes.
Well, just like the title of the show, raw conversation. So I'm gonna drop it raw.
Yeah, drop it as it.
How
like
how
it's-
is that even possible? How?
I mean, things happen. People I mean,
So-
guys
so-
cheat, ladies cheat.
as,
So
as a husband, first of all, I think you've missed so many signs, so many signals, and at this point where your wife is actually pregnant for your best friend or anybody else, it's all over. There's
gay
there's
is
no
all
It's
over.
all over.
there's no conversation.
finished.
There's no conversation to be had.
But wait. So what do you think should happen to the? I mean, if my wife is pregnant for my best friend disappear first because you are already dead.
No. So it's just like in the movies, in the Nollywood movies. What comes to mind first is your own mental health.
Yeah.
For you to look after yourself, just take yourself out of that situation and go do whatever you want to do. Go be
Commit
wherever you
suicide.
want to be. No, not commit suicide. Just leave them and just go. It's over for me. It's
Before I
over.
share my own real life scenario, my real life experience rather on this one, I would like Anson to share.
Wait,
his
David,
own
you have a
story.
real life experience for
Yes,
this one?
I have a real life experience.
Best
related to
friend.
This. Yes, and that's one of the reasons why I don't use the term best friend anymore.
With best friend impregnated your wife.
No,
Okay. You know,
it wasn't that extreme. It
I
wasn't that, so in my own case, it wasn't even that extreme. So this was what happened. I was in uni and I had this very good friend, and apparently, I was trying to date a lady, and we're literally on the matter for about a year or a year plus. We're friends, we're close, but it's a bit of on and off. And this guy happens to be close to the lady, even before I met the lady, but they were not dating.
He was washing plate for you.
And then apparently, this guy is my so-called best friend. So every time he tries to form, don't worry, I'm speaking to the lady on your behalf. Don't worry, she's going through some hard time. Blah blah blah, this and that and that. And lo and behold, one day, I had gone into another friend's house, and I literally just saw her slippers, and I was like, okay, that's this babe slippers outside.
Wait, you.
I was the one that bought the slippers, so I knew.
Ah, God. The slippers you bought, she wore it to another guy's house.
go and knock.
Oh, my
To go and
Oh,
knock.
oh.
And apparently,
What did she go wear before again?
and apparently
She
this
go
guy,
barefooted.
I mean, long story short, this lady and my friend, they were legitimately sleeping with each other. And
wow.
apparently, the lady was saying she was a so-called virgin then.
Oh, wow.
Or was busy knocking. I mean, this was when I was probably in 100 level or 200 level
Oh,
during my first
wow.
degree.
What a
So
shock.
that's why I
Yeah.
said. That's why I said
What a
I've had a
shock.
bit of experience, but not as far as wife. And at that point in time, from that date till now, there's nothing called best friend in my life. Like there's no best friend. The only best friend I have is Jesus. Other than that, no best friend.
Okay.
So that's my own take. And so what's your take?
What would I say? First of all, I think there's just a lot of mess going on there, and you need to do some soul search in terms of what really happened before it got to my wife got pregnant. Something must have happened. Is it that as a guy you were not there for her? Is it that she's just very promiscuous? You need to know what really happened, because if you don't analyze and find out what really happened, tendencies would be that you just move on, you end the situation, but later on in life you would repeat the same pattern sometime.
But am I responsible for that? Because I'm not the one that got pregnant. She's the one. She was reckless. She was promiscuous. She was reckless.
What if it was the fact that you were never there, you were not a good listener,
Exactly.
you were emotionally unavailable, you were not good in bed.
So out of all of this problem, the only best person to now have an affair with is my best friend.
The guy that was closer, he was the shoulder to lean on.
Exactly what I said. I said, as a husband or as a spouse, you must have missed a lot of things for your wife to get pregnant.
Exactly.
To your best friend or for your best friend, you must have missed a lot of things. A lot of things. It for your wife to get pregnant for your best friend, it's not a one-time sex thing.
Yeah.
Do you understand? They just.
Well, it
don't
can be
meet-
one time, sir,
Well,
but
it could be one
They
time
just
also.
don't meet and say pa. That's it. It's you must have missed a lot of things.
and you missed it from both sides, both your wife and your best friend.
Yeah, it must have been going on for a while, which you have missed and ignored. And
But what should the guy do
Well,
in that situation?
It should
just
walk
carry your
away.
things and go. Just move.
Just
Just
let-
leave them and go. That's it.
Okay, let me flip the conversation, because I think that sometimes when we talk about issues when it comes to marriage and infidelity, we are very fast to move on when the female gender is involved. What if a guy cheats on his wife and the lady gets pregnant for him? Are you saying that the wife should also just pick the bag and go?
Repeat
Yes,
same
the
energy.
same thing.
Repeat
Same
same
energy.
energy.
Yes.
So it's
Keep
it's
the
easy
energy.
just to you've built
No,
your
no, no,
life
no, no.
around,
No, it's not easy. No one said it's easy.
but you should. That's
The
the way.
conversation here is not whether it's easy or not.
But that should
The
be
conversation
done.
is more of, like you said, mental health.
Your mental health matters.
You've
in
got to
this
put your
case.
mental health first.
So in this case, for the
How
for the
do I
sake
live
of your
with
mental
How do you know that
Mental
the what will help the mental health is to pick and leave?
exactly?
so how would
It's-
I would staying help my mental health?
So this
Knowing
is
full well
this
I'm
is-
training a child that belongs to my best friend.
This
Or
is
what am I supposed to
subjective.
do? I
This
don't
is
understand. Am I
subjective now
supposed to
because
be the stepfather to my best friend's child with my wife?
What if the solution is both of you go for counseling?
That's
therapy.
extreme.
it doesn't
Nah, I
change.
mean,
It doesn't
it doesn't
change.
change.
It doesn't change the
let's
fact
call it
that
speed. A speed doesn't change anything.
yeah, it doesn't change the fact
So
that
are you saying that infidelity is the end of the marriage? Or the issue is that it's your best friend? Or the issue is that she got pregnant?
Some level of if
Because think about it. What if they've been doing all they've been doing for 2 years? Like you said, it wasn't just one time. And then one time she got pregnant.
so what you
Or you've been living with this lady
What's-
for 2 years and it was not a big deal. And she was
So-
still
so-
sleeping with
so
your
what
best
you don't
friend.
know
Will not kill you.
cannot kill you. So if it had been going on for a while and you had no idea, and then you found out, irrespective if she got pregnant or not, it's over. So the pregnancy is not an issue.
Kingsley, real quick before we move on, I'm going to answer one question. Very direct question. Don't answer my question with a question. Very direct question. If you found out your wife is cheating on you, would you forgive her? Whether she's pregnant, let's say she's not even pregnant for the person, would you forgive her and stay in that marriage with her, or you move on? What are you going to do?
If the question is if I'll forgive her, obviously I'll forgive her. But how I will forgive her and when, it would now be another conversation.
All right,
because
thank you.
the route
Thank you.
will
I'll,
be
ta- I'll,
different.
I'll take the answer. Nothing more, nothing else on
Yes.
that one. We'll move on to the next one. So this person has said the wife had requested that they go into an open marriage based on the fact that the guy had once cheated on her and she forgave the guy, but she can't seem to come into terms with still being with the guy. So she has opted for an option of open marriage. I still love my wife, but apparently she wants an open marriage. So what do you think about open marriage?
The concept of open marriage is fundamentally basic. It shows that there is a psychological depravity in the mind of that union. Because let me put it this way: even from a spiritual point, right? You say two become one, right? From a spiritual point, it's not open anymore. It's one. However, you now say, why do you choose to go into you should have just dated the girl and say we're dating, and for the rest of our lives
let me add more flesh to this. Maybe that will help change your
Okay.
context, and maybe that will help Kingsley's response also. So, in this case of open marriage, people get married for different reasons. Some maybe because of the political connection between their parents.
Mm-hmm.
And for the relationship or the company to still keep growing, they have to stay married.
Mm.
Now that they have to stay married, but they're falling out of love, but they have to keep up with that societal look that is requested of them, they still have to stay in that marriage. However, they now decide to say, you know what, based on this fact, let's opt for an open marriage. Kingsley, what do you think?
Okay, so
You see, that has added more flesh to the context.
Not
right?
really.
So once you put the term open, it's no longer a marriage.
Thank you.
So for me, I don't think there's such thing as an open marriage. Traditionally, I'm going to speak as a traditional Igbo man that I am. There's no such thing as an open marriage. If you want to end it, let us end it, and you go do what you need to do, and we both move on. If you want to stay,
You stay.
you stay,
Uh-huh.
and
Okay, so
And do
if you
what
don't
needs to
support
be
open
done.
marriage, then do you support? Then you can forgive a cheating partner.
like Handsome said, yes, you can forgive a cheating partner, but when you forgive the cheating partner, how long it takes, that's a different ballgame.
Yeah.
It might take 10 years to forgive. Yeah, it's true. It
Okay,
might take
so-
a long while.
Okay, so what do you guys have to say to our viewer that said the wife wants an open marriage? So what do you advise him to do? He should walk away.
Well,
Why does all
can't-
option,
I can't-
why does all answers to this sounds like walking away?
I can't speak for everybody or anybody. So it depends on what makes you happy. If you feel you're going to be happy if your wife is doing someone else out there, fine, you go for it. But if you're not going to be happy, again, mental health here is very important. You can't
There's a raining thing right now in Lagos, and I'm sure it's also raining in Abuja at the moment.
in Lekki, right?
Yes, Lekki. Everything is in Lekki.
So dumb.
Everything is in Lekki and Abuja, which is called spouse swap.
What does that mean? Like SIM card swap.
Yes.
Okay.
So it means
They change network.
yes, you change network, Mamano network. You bring your wife over for the weekend. My wife will come over to you for the weekend. And it's becoming very rampant, really, these days. There are people that just believe in the wife swap, like, okay, I'll have an affair with your wife for a period of time, or you have an affair with my wife for a period of time, or husbands, whatever it is, it's just like you're switching. And it's becoming very rampant. Some don't see anything wrong with that because they just want to live life, explore, and all. And again, let's not just speak in context of, oh, we're Christians or we're Muslims. No, some don't believe in religion. That's them. So what's your take on the wife swap? I know obviously both of you don't support wife swap, because if you don't support open marriage,
I'm like, okay, obviously.
if you don't support open marriage, then you don't support wife swap. So the point is, but what's your view about this wife swap thing? Let's even address it. Like, I don't beside the craze, but why they swap my wife?
So while this idea might be very interesting to some people, why some people may entertain this idea of doing the swap and all that, well, again, it's what makes you happy. I know some people need that extra spice in their relationship and all that.
So swiping your wife will bring the spice.
Me, I'm even.
No. Some
Is it Maggie or curry? Because I don't
Kingsley,
understand.
Kingsley, me, I'm even.
No.
Ig-
I'm not.
I
I haven't made my point.
I'm not even for that statement.
I
You
haven't
made a statement twice.
I haven't made my point.
But you made the statement twice.
I haven't made my point. Yet.
I know, but you made that
No,
statement
you
twice.
should allow me make my point.
I will allow you, but you made the
So-
statement twice. Anything that makes
So,
you happy.
For some people,
That statement, you need to address it. Anything that makes you happy.
no.
No,
You're not going to force an idea onto someone.
I'm not forcing. But
So if
it's just
that is what makes someone happy, if that's what's going to keep,
if we drive the society and the
If that's
system
what's
based
going
on
to-
happiness, then the criminal will be happy to come steal from you, and that will be good.
no, but now
It makes the criminal happy.
No, there's no law broken.
The
here.
rapist would go and
No, but
rape
there's no-
someone
but there's
and
no-
be
but there's
happy
no law
about it.
There's
broken.
no
There's
law
no law
bro- there's no
broken
law
here because
broken here.
there's permission from
There's
both
no-
There is
parties.
a fundamental law guiding the constitution and the institution called marriage.
So
there's
so
no
where
law
so
broken
where is
here.
it written that
There's
you
no-
cannot
Oh,
have a wife swap?
really?
Hold on, there's no human
No,
law.
there's no
broken
human
here.
law.
There's no human law.
What do you
broken
mean by
here.
human law?
Laws made by humans broken here?
All laws are made by humans.
Let me give you an example now. You can commit a sin now, right?
I'm not even talking about sin. Let's not even go sin. Let's go legal.
Kingsley, I need you to speak to your microphone actually. Yeah.
Okay, So there's no human law broken here, because for you to have a spouse swap from the definition,
Let me tell you,
there-
according to
there must
law,
be consent,
customary law,
there
right?
must be
Infidelity is a ground for nullification of a marriage.
What's the
What's the
definition
definition
of
of
infidelity?
Having sex with someone that is not your
Yeah,
husband.
no,
Without
that's
your
not the
knowing.
no.
Without your knowing.
Check.
Without
Check
your
it.
knowing.
Let's
No,
check it out.
So-
but now you have given
Let's
permission.
check it out.
You have given permission. You have consented that this swap should go on. You are also taking someone's wife in one
exchange
hand.
for it.
You understand? You're taking so there's no law broken here.
See, let me tell you, the idea, I stand by what I say, the idea that we drive the society based on one's happiness is very primitive, because that's why we have laws. That's why we have what's it called now? Societal ethics. You can't say because of you
Okay, so now
okay.
dictionary says the action or state of being unfaithful to a spouse or other sexual partner. So this is
Thank you.
No, wait.
It didn't talk about consent or no consent.
So in this context, if you're doing a wife swap, if you're doing open marriage,
You're
there's
unfaithful,
there's consent. You both permit.
but you are
you
unfaithful.
so who determines what is faithful and what is not faithful? Who determines what is right and what is
The
wrong?
law has just said it.
Which law?
They just said it there. If you're unfaithful,
I don't think-
unfaithfulness is straightforward.
I don't
meaning
think-
that you are cheating on you're having an affair with someone else that is not your partner.
I don't think you find the definition of spouse swap in a dictionary, first of all. So let's not even go there. You won't find the definition of a spouse or whatever spouse swap in the
Apparently,
dictionary.
you know the funny part. There's a TV show called Wife Swap. So you can see it's happening already.
So
There's an American TV show called Wife Swap.
things are changing. Things are changing, and society needs to, or is already adjusting to these changes. I'll give you an example. If you check all the shows now on Netflix, HBO, and all of that, they are integrating
A lot of things.
a lot of
Yes,
things in
yes.
there. Unlike before, that's society changing to meet
Because the
what's going
society
on.
is changing doesn't mean it is right. A society can be moving in the wrong direction. That's why we have revolutions in societies. Because the society decides to go in a direction doesn't make it acceptable and right.
Who decides what is acceptable?
You know what? I have so many scenarios here, and I'm really watching the time.
Okay.
I mean, guys, it's still not over. So if you want us to talk about scenarios you've been into, just drop us a DM or a comment section on our YouTube page. On this wife swap or spouse swap, I feel like there's a lot. I think it's like a whole topic we should talk about. So I'm going to post this spouse swap on this,
Okay.
and then I'm going to go to the next one. This one is quite funny because even me, I'm like, show you the wine mean. So this guy has said that he proposed to his girlfriend, and apparently she refused the proposal, but she still wants to continue the relationship. But I don't feel up to it anymore. Like, are you whining? Are you whining me?
Wait.
Continue doing what?
Continue the relationship.
And doing what?
That's what I don't understand myself. Like, what are we now doing? Like,
No, but
so I'll be
it-
taking
is
you on
it-
dates
is it
nights.
for beans
Is it
and
for
dodo?
Gary? Is it for Dodo? I don't understand.
no, but it depends though.
On what?
So, for example, I always say this: if you're going to, you would know if a girl will say yes to you before proposing. If you would
Handsome.
know.
Handsome,
There's that
because
level because you talk to her friends, you talk to her family. You know where her headspace is. You can't just go in and then you go there and then you say I want to get married without knowing that. If you do it well, that's for you. But you can't hurry someone to say yes to you.
But do you know that?
If she's not ready, she's not ready.
Okay, so there's
You can't force it on her.
So I know of a friend that a girl broke up with him, and the reason the girl broke up after, so the guy wanted closure, and then several months after they broke up, the girl said, "I noticed that you're ready for marriage, and I'm not ready for marriage." That was why she broke up. So she ghosted the guy, and that was it. And in my head is her reason valid? Is her reason genuine? And now you know the funny part: the guy is not yet married still. The girl is now ready for marriage, but Baba said, "I'm no longer interested in this person."
So her reason may be valid, being that she wasn't ready at the time for marriage, but it's now up to the guy to decide what he wants to do. If he was ready at the time for marriage and she wasn't ready, I don't know. I just think he should If he has the patience to wait, then wait. If you don't have the patience, then you move on.
Anton, give me a sentence on this one, just one line, because we've got less than 5 minutes to round off this episode, and I have one interesting one I want us to talk about, the last one.
Okay.
So, what's your take on that?
On which one?
On not being what happens after I propose to you and you say no, and you still want us to continue the relationship?
I think it's left to the emotional state of the guy. If he's able to continue and carry on, fine. If he's not, then he
But
has.
do you
to
think
just-
the girl doesn't love him enough?
It's not about.
No,
it's not about necessarily about that.
It's just about being ready.
Yes.
Okay, I'll leave that for now. We'll touch the base on that later. So there's this guy that has been dating a lady. Apparently, the lady said she's not ready. She doesn't want to have sex in the relationship until they are married. They've been married 3 months later, no sex still. The lady doesn't still allow the guy to touch her. I haven't abstained from sex with her for over 2 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, brother.
Kingsley.
Wait.
Yeah.
2 years, as in they've been
Brother-
married for 2 years.
No, they've dated for 2
2
years.
years.
No
No
knacking.
sex.
No
Uh-huh.
sex.
Then
Now they're
they're married
the
3
lady said
months.
she doesn't want
Okay.
knacks, yeah?
Uh,
They're not married 3 months
3 months.
later. Still no
Still no
knacks.
sex.
Brother Payo, sorry.
Wait, hold on. Wait, is it that still no sex or still no knack? Which one? Because
No
sex.
sex. Well, according
Sex.
to no
but
sex.
are they doing other things to
no,
you
she
know?
said even touching.
Nothing,
she's
nothing.
Are they watering the garden?
Nothing. No.
Nothing.
No.
They're just looking at each other.
Now desert land. Every time you make advances, the baby say no, I'm not ready.
Kingsley, what
I'm
do
not
you- what do you have to
emotionally
It cannot be.
ready.
It cannot be me.
what will
As
he
a
do?
proud evil boy. That evil boy.
Guys, it cannot be me.
He cannot
It can.
be
It
me.
cannot be.
I
me.
love the energy.
It
I mean,
cannot-
but let's look at it from another point, right? What
What
if
if she was a rape
she was?
victim?
Yeah, she
What
was. She
if
was.
had
She's
those
a victim of
things, yeah.
one
So-
trauma or the other. What if there was gender? What's it called now?
Gender mutilation.
Gender mutilation.
So exactly. So this conversation should have been had before the marriage.
I agree.
And you, as the husband now,
Should-
it's up to you
Yeah.
to introduce or to gradually usher her into this new phase of marriage. Do you understand? Gradually, don't pressure her. But that's why I asked: is anything happening on the side? It doesn't have to be penetration. So the other, you gradually introduce her to see.
Baba, you wait, don't
To-
wait.
to-
Now you wait, don't wait.
No. That's what I'm
Come
saying.
on.
That's no. That's what I'm saying. You have to be very patient in this scenario because there's a story behind
But
it.
if she doesn't trust me enough, then why did she go into marriage with me?
For her to go into marriage with you means she trusts you. It's up to you now
But
to.
why didn't she have the conversation?
But that's what I'm saying. The conversation should have been had.
But now it was
before-
not hard. That's the problem.
But now it wasn't hard. But the guy is hurting now because he's at the receiving
I ain't
end
gonna
also.
use Vaseline now.
Eh.
We'll do all right. Last. We'll do.
Yeah.
I think,
Do you have a hoy?
but I think they need to just seek help, urgent help. They need to seek help because this can turn into something else.
Answer: it can only seek help if you think there's a problem. If the lady doesn't see it as a problem, then what help are you seeking? That's another perspective to this. You know what, guys? I'm gonna park the bus here tonight, and then I really love you viewers to share your comments on all of this that we've spoken about.
Yeah.
I want to know your view, your takes. Send in more questions, more scenarios, more situations you found yourself, or you know someone that is in that scenario, and we'll be glad to share a piece of our mind. Just before everyone goes, ensure to comment, like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube page. So you see the bell below. Just click on that bell and subscribe to our YouTube page. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for having me on the show.
Thank you.
All right, have a great day. Yeah.
All right.
Bye.